Falling Stars, September 29th, 2011. Quiet and dark seem to be the best words I can think of to describe the great outdoors tonight. Quiet enough that there is just a faint drone coming from the distant rigs that keep pushing their bits deeper and deeper in search of oil and gas. I can also hear the odd heavy truck taking off from a stop as the motor revs and slows during the gear changes. Dark. Yes, it is dark. When I left the house, there was no further twilight left from the setting sun in the west. Since we are also just 2 days past the new moon, no moonlight as well. That leaves just the stars of the Milky Way providing the greatest amount of light. By the time I get to the gate, I stop and think, this will be a very quiet night. Not very much to report to Facebook friends. No sooner do I shed that thought, and a bright light appears just above me. Another falling star has followed the path of the Milky Way and burned up quite brightly and expired almost directly above me. I must say, at age 65, I still get quite excited when I see a falling star, especially when it is so bright and seems so close, even though I know it is many, many kilometers above me. So freshly renewed with childish wonder, I continue north with Ursa Minor ahead and just to my left. The pot of the Big Dipper is catching the contents that are being spilled out by the overturned pot of Ursa Minor, the Little Dipper. Tonight I am fortunate enough to see another satellite passing through the handle of the Little Dipper, quite close to Polaris, or North Star, which is located at the end of the handle. This time the satellite is traveling in a northerly direction, steady pace, not too bright. As I glance to my right, another satellite is traveling in a northerly direction as well, just below the large W formed by the stars of the constellation Cassiopeia, the reclining queen. The sky is certainly alive tonight with all kinds of activity. As I am ready to turn around and head for home, another of my senses comes alive. Yup. It's the distinctive smell of the good old skunk again. Certainly no mistaking where that smell comes from. Now I am well on my way home, and high above, close to the zenith, I see a flashing white light. Jen Millington informed me that likely signifies a military aircraft. Thanks for the info, Jen. I love to learn things from my students, whatever their age. I have now passed through the gate, and am heading westward toward home. It seems strange that I hear no coyotes, no wolves, only the odd little crushing of dry leaves as a smaller forest creature makes its way through the darkness of the forest floor. Actually, I can't even say that, because the forest floor is not dark to the nocturnal creatures that seek out their food at night. Their vision at night is almost as good as mine would be in the daylight. Down the hill toward the creek crossing and back up the other side, almost to the house, when I stop and listen one more time. This time I can hear the beaver enjoying his early evening snack. As he nibbles on the bark, the slight movement disturbs the surface of the water, and I can see the reflection of the trees wiggle slightly with the light of the Milky Way reflected just behind the trees. Such a peaceful night. I must be one of the most fortunate people on this planet. No, I am the most fortunate person on this planet to be able to soak in all that Mother Nature has to offer. Have a wonderful evening, my friends. Sleep well.